Hi everyone, it's Lottie. So after recording and editing my latest video, it turned out to be over an hour long. So I've decided to split it into two videos, part one and part two. So this is part one. This will give an update on our last few days in the UK and the journey itself as we travelled to Thailand. So if you want tips and advice on exactly what to do to make the journey, the transition as smooth as possible, carry on watching this video. And the next video will be how we actually set our lives up here in Phuket in Thailand. That'll be the video for you. I'm hoping that I'll have it out to you within the next couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoy part one. Hi everyone, it's Lottie. Today's video is the final instalment in my Moving to Phuket series. If you haven't seen my two previous videos, I recommend you pop back and watch them. They're full of advice on how we made a move to Thailand a reality for our family and how you can too. So today's video is dedicated to our big move. In this video, I will take you through our final days in the UK, the journey, and how we set our lives up as we arrived here in Phuket. So keep watching for my advice on starting a new life in Thailand. Okay, we've got a lot to cover in this video, so let's get straight into it. Let's talk about packing first. I made the decision to try and split our belongings between our three large suitcases. I mentioned in one of the previous videos that because we had a one-way ticket with Emirates, we got 30 kilos each. That's a lot of stuff to fit in one suitcase. So I decided to split everything, clothes and toiletries and everything else between the three bags, just in case one of them or more than one of them had its final destination at Dubai and didn't manage to make its way all the way to Phuket with us. Thankfully this didn't happen, but I do recommend that you do that just in case. So make sure you have enough clothes and toiletries for a few days in each of your bags. Packing with a toddler in tow, of course, was an interesting one. I did some folding and sorting out of clothes and things while he was around, but not much more really. I kind of waited until he was at nursery because I knew I was going to pack stuff and he would unpack it and then we would just get confused. And of course, two of the essential items that we had to pack were Adam's and Finn's football shirts. He was an amazing, delicious distraction while I was trying to pack. Let's travel back in time to Lottie last month in October, where I talk about some of the central issues around the move. So packing, what we were going to do with our cat Star, selling our car, the surprise leaving party, flooding in Phuket, and a family wedding. Okay, I'm just sat in our hire car outside Kazoo. This is where we're selling our car. So Adam's inside there at the moment with the paperwork sorting out. And then we're going to drop our car off here tomorrow. And I'm quite sad because we've had her for 2 years and she's the best car that I've ever driven. There's absolutely no way we would have been able to take her to Phuket with us. I think the import tax is like 400% on the value of the vehicle. So that was a big no. So yeah, tomorrow she'll be gone. And that's another thing to tick off my list. So a quick update on Star as well. She had her final vaccinations this morning. I took her to the vet. So she's had all of her vaccinations and boosters, including rabies now. Means she's ready to fly. So I updated her vaccine record. And if you're going to import pets into Phuket, into Thailand in general, you must make sure that all of the vaccinations are listed on their vaccination certificate and that everything is stamped and signed. Yeah, for the import licensing with customs, they have specific requirements. So we made sure we cleared all that this morning. She's now ready to fly and she'll be flying out the beginning of December. So this week has been packing again. Last week I started packing everything up and I've been doing that again. We're now on Tuesday the 18th of October and our flight is Monday, that's the 24th. So not long now. This is our last Tuesday in the UK for a while. I've also been putting other, not as essential items, but stuff that we want to take with us into cardboard boxes, which will be posted to us once we have an address for our long-term rental. And anything else that I want to keep but I don't want to take with me is for now anyway, is going into clear plastic boxes upstairs in our garage, so those will be stored for us, and when we come back here in the summer we'll have a chance to go through those things and decide if there's anything else we want to take with us or not. So yeah, it's been a really busy time, and I'm really lucky that we have my mother and father-in-law next door, so they've been able to take Finn a lot while I've been getting on with the packing. And any last minute admin bits and bobs that need to be done. There have been a few things, but everything's on track so far, so I'm really happy and excited. I'm really excited now to go. We had Adam threw me a surprise leaving party, which was lovely. So all of our friends, closest friends and family were there. Well, most of them, because some of them were ill. There's a lot of colds going around at the moment in the UK, and COVID. So yeah, it was really lovely. It was one of our local pubs. We had a buffet and had some drinks, and yeah, it was lovely. So he got major husband points for that. That's pretty much it really. That's pretty much the update, I think. There have been some stress points this week because right now, and more especially yesterday, large areas of Phuket are underwater. There's been some typhoons which turn into tropical depressions and suck in lots of wet air. So it's been raining, torrential rain in Phuket, and lots of the island is underwater at the moment. So that's raised my blood pressure a little bit. That's not what you want to hear, is it? That the place you're moving to is flooded at the moment. Thankfully it doesn't seem as bad today, although some areas still are underwater. So I've got fingers and toes crossed that by Tuesday when we arrive, that will all be gone and it'll be back to normal. We also have a family wedding on Friday, so we need to make sure that we are pretty much done by then, because I don't think much will be getting done this weekend. We'll most likely be seeing friends and family again to say goodbye. So yeah, I will update you later on, probably on Friday. I'll do another quick update to let you know how things are going. Well, that's it. Just dropped the boy off for his last day at nursery. I'm really sad because this place has been amazing for him, and really with his speech and his development and everything. Yeah, can't thank them enough. So yeah, it's going to be an emotional one when I pick him up later. And it turned out to be a really emotional one. When I picked him up, everybody had a little bit of a cry, apart from Finn, of course, who was probably not quite sure what was going on, but just was happy with all the cuddles he was getting off everybody. After I collected him from nursery, we went back, got Adam, and we went to a local farm that we've been to every year to pick pumpkins since Finn was born. So this will have been our fourth visit. I'll try and dig out a picture of him during our first visit, and you can compare it to what he looks like now. We really wanted to make sure that we made some lovely memories here, as this is probably the last time we will pick pumpkins at this place, at least for a while. So I really wanted to make sure that we had some nice photos and nice videos from that day. Of course, moving to another country is a big deal for everybody involved, but it's particularly poignant when you have a child. You have concerns like, what if they don't like their new nursery? What if they don't like the country? They don't settle in, they don't like the food, they don't like the weather. So there's a lot of things to think about. So that made this last week even more of an emotive one than it would have been if it had just been myself and Adam who left. You know, we were taking a risk, a big risk for all of us. We weren't just making a change for our lives, it was for Finn as well. We've been so lucky that Finn has adjusted to kindergarten so well. He adores where he goes, he absolutely loves it. We've had very little clinginess or tears around drop-off. Usually he just puts his bag on his shoulder and off he goes. He doesn't even look back. So it doesn't escape me how incredibly lucky we are that he's already settled and he's already thriving there. Now let's go back and have a quick look at the journey itself. There's not really a great deal to report. It was very smooth. We were really lucky. That's down mostly to the fact that Finn absolutely adores travelling. Going on an aeroplane is pretty much his favourite thing to do, I think. So not much to say. We went with Emirates, which is an airline that we often go with. They are a little bit more expensive, but you do get a bit more leg room. And Adam is 6'1", so he needs all the leg room he can get. Plus Finn was able to stretch out and sleep the entire first flight. And I just had to record the first sunrise of our new lives. Okay, we're halfway there. We're in Dubai airport. So far it's been very smooth sailing. flying. Finn slept the entire first flight, which is great. We're going to try and keep him up now so that when we get to Phuket we can all go to bed at the same time and get some sleep, because we're all pretty tired now. But yeah, so far so good. I think I mentioned this in one of my toddler travel tips videos, but Dubai Airport has got a cute little area for kids to blow off a little bit of steam between flights. It's only small. Oh, and you can see Adam asleep on the floor in the background. Yeah, it's only small, just a slide and somewhere to climb, but Finn loves it, so we always go there. And there's the boys having some screen time while we wait to board our second flight. And then it was goodbye Dubai. Finn was impeccably well behaved on the second flight, of course, and before we knew it, we were in a taxi on the way to our villa.